Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Listen, I want to talk about Tiffany and Stormi, and baby, they still talking about this mop, okay? So the episode picks up where it left off, and it's with them talking about this mop situation. Now, first of all, I do think Tiffany was joking when she said, I need you to mop. And just because she said it more than once doesn't mean that she wasn't joking. Even when Stormi was talking to her mama, she said she was joking. So second, Stormi already felt a way about that lady. So in my opinion, it really doesn't matter what Tiffany does or what she says. Stormi is still going to find an issue with it. So Tiffany, she still thinks the joke is funny from her perspective. And just in case you didn't know, humor is subjective. And sometimes people will continue to find something funny even after being told that the next person or the person who you offended, they don't think it's funny. In my opinion, what matters more is whether they acknowledged the impact and stated how they were going to move forward, which is what Tiffany did. She told Stormi, now that I know you didn't find it funny, I know not to say stuff like that to you in the future. Basically, I know now the joke landed badly and I will respect that boundary moving forward. And that's all that she can do is move differently going forward. Stormi's friend felt like since Tiffany still found the joke funny, that her apology was a backhanded apology. Now, if Tiffany would have said something like, oh, my bad, I didn't think you would take it so seriously. I didn't know you were that sensitive. Or, I guess you can't take a joke. I apologize. That would have been a backhanded apology because that would have been Tiffany shifting the blame onto Stormi and minimizing Stormi's feelings. Stormi gonna say, why do you have so much energy? Go pray. Tiffany is like, I don't have a lot of energy. This is just me. No different from Stormi saying that she is who she is. And if people don't like it, F them. So Stormi saying go pray, that was her being condescending. That's her, like, I guess maybe since Tiffany is the Bible study lady, that was Stormi being condescending, trying to be funny, right? So Tiffany says, going forward, if you are offended, come to me. She is correct. Because at this point, no matter what Tiffany seems to say or do, Stormi is bothered by it. But she tells everybody else besides the person she should be talking to. If you have a problem with me, come to me. You went to everybody in the collective and told them what the issue was. You went to your employees and your co-workers and told them what the issue was. You weren't even woman enough to call, text, or say it to my face that I was no longer invited to your live. Like, girl, stop. Then Stormi says, don't offend me. Well, ma'am, you seem to be offended by everything, especially everything Tiffany does. So that would mean now Tiffany has to walk on eggshells just to make sure she doesn't do or say anything that may offend you. It's like, oh, let me not say anything because I may say something that may offend Stormi. Let me not move too much because I may offend Stormi. Let me not laugh too hard or too much because I may offend Stormi. Then Stormi says, don't do nothing stupid. Don't tell somebody that you don't know to mop a floor. Now, Stormi, in my opinion, is trying to get a rise out of Tiffany by calling her actions stupid. What Tiffany did by saying, in the future, if I offend you, come to me, was a mature response. Stormi's response sounds more defensive and confrontational. Listen, Tiffany didn't deny Stormi's feelings. She just didn't change how she personally felt about saying, now I need you to mop. It may not have satisfied Stormi emotionally, but it's not inherently condescending. The way I see it, where the tension started is that Stormi and her friend want Tiffany to stop finding it funny, as if that would be their proof that she finally understands that Stormi didn't take it as a joke. It's like when the friend asked Tiffany, so you still find it funny? And Tiffany said yes. It's almost like they wanted Tiffany to be like, no, I don't. I'm so sorry. It will never be funny to me ever again. I sincerely apologize. No, I have apologized. I told you that I won't say anything like that to you again. And that's where it stops. But to think that I should no longer find it funny simply because I have apologized is crazy. I would have said the same thing. Yes, I still find it funny. If I think about it later on today, it's going to be funny. If I think about it 2 months from now, it may be even funnier. But that doesn't change the fact that I will not say mop to this lady again. I won't say mop. I won't say broom. I won't say sweep. I won't even tell her if she got something sticking on the bottom of her shoe. I won't say nothing. But like I said before, Stormi and Tiffany are the same person. Even at the end of the last episode, when Tiffany told Stormi, Sonetta said that I may have said something that offended you. Folks talking about Tiffany just should have said, Sonetta said that I offended you with the mop comment. Yeah, she could have. And at the same time, if Stormi is so offended and bothered by it, and she don't play like that, I would think somebody with that much bravado would have been like, oh yeah, about that mop yeah, baby, I ain't like that. Don't play with me like that. But she didn't. What she tried to do was son Tiffany. Then in the confessional, Stormi says that she didn't say anything to Sonetta. Maybe not directly, because we really don't know what was in that text. We don't know that Sonetta got from Stormi. The text that made her call Amber to let her know that she received a text from Stormi where she was only inviting Sonetta, Kayla, and Fumi. And not only that, when Stormi went to check on the ladies during the live, she went on about their energy and why the other person wasn't there. She was like, yeah, y'all know we talked about it. So when the girls were working out and Sonetta brings the situation to Tiffany's attention, she is only going by what Stormi has said and or alluded to. So can y'all stop being so obtuse? And to parallel the end of the last episode with them going back and forth with, what did Sonetta say I said? What did I say? What did you say? That's the same thing that happened when Stormi and Destiny were at Kimmy's Galentine party. Stormi was getting frustrated because Destiny wouldn't answer the question, even though Destiny was the one bothered. They were getting irritated with each other, doing the same thing. The same thing that Stormi stood up there and did with Tiffany. And another thing that I saw is Tiffany saying that darkness does not like light. Oh, baby, what she say that for? The people were like, especially in the comments when they dropped the clip, the people were like, there go them Christians. And whether you want to call it Christian, religious, Bible thumping, whatever, it is no different from Stormi hollering about energy every 5 minutes. Stormi chose not to invite Tiffany because of her energy. Because maybe she felt like Tiffany's energy was too dark for her live. And she invited the other ladies because she felt like their energy was light. So Tiffany gave a Bible verse and Stormi said the same thing, just in a new age type of way. They said the same thing. And then when it comes to the friends could have went to the car. And for Stormi to be such an energy person, why did she recognize that the friends jumping in with their little 2 cents was lighting a flame to her and Tiffany's conversation? Like, that's beyond me. But they should have stayed out of it. Tiffany's friend saying that Stormi not accepting the apology made her immature. Girl, shut up. And Stormi's friend talking about, are we the dark? Yes, girl, you are. You're the dark. Midnight. You're the midnight. Like how the kids say, you the birthday. Okay, you the cutoff notice. Yes, it's dark, all right? Like, y'all just standing up here making matters worse. Matter of fact, just take y'all ass to the car and get out of these folks' conversation. Just like in tonight's episode when Tiffany, Kendra, and Kayla meet up. Kayla get into the conversation about this mop again. Tiffany feel like Kayla's been sit there on an agenda. Because, hey girl, you and Stormi close. And you already know what's up with the mop. So why are you asking me questions about this mop situation? I'm not going to talk to you about it. If this conversation has to keep coming up, the only person I'm going to talk to about it face to face is Stormi. I'm not talking to nobody else because I don't want bits and pieces going back to Stormi and it ain't going back the right way. I'm not talking about this, okay? Kendra is constantly jumping into the conversation and she's being real rude and nasty. And she was like, well, I'm finna go. And Tiffany said, you finna go? She said, yeah, because she need friends. I don't need no new friends. Look, girl, you don't have to be here. Okay? And why do you have such an attitude? What is your problem? You was just like that over there when it was Tiffany and Stormi. Now you over here talking about you. How did Kayla say she wanted to be your friend? Huh, Kendra? You may need some more friends. But with an attitude like that, I wouldn't want to be your friend either. Now, if Tiffany want to feel away and feel like Kayla will sit there on a mission and Kayla, girl, you ain't make it look no better when you went right on outside the door and called Stormi. But Kendra, ma'am, you can go. It was, what she say? It was kind of nice trying to get to know you or something. Girl, Bye. Please bye. Please go somewhere. Like, I don't never have to see your face ever again. Cause you have such a nasty attitude. Like, who pissed in your cereal? Ugh. But yeah, that's what I feel about this. Tell me how y'all feel about it. Tell me, do you see it from Tiffany's side? Tell me, do you see it from Stormi's side? Do you see both sides? Like, tell me what y'all think. Get down in the comments. Let me know. And I'll talk to y'all later.